Okay, so I've had some student requests for conversions, and I want to do a couple conversions on a video just to make some clarifications. Okay, so let me first of all note that you have some table oftentimes available to you or in your head that might have something like this. 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet. 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts. Okay? And so suppose you've got a table like that. It's either in your head or it's on your exam or in your book or something like that. All right? And then you're given the challenge of, I want you to convert, say, here's a problem, 18 inches, problem number 1, 18 inches into feet. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to say to ourselves, all right, I've got to multiply, I've got to convert this, and converting means multiplying it by some factor that will not change the actual length. It's only going to change the way it looks. Okay, so if it doesn't change the actual length, then it's just a conversion. Then it's going to have to be some form of 1. So what I'll do is I'll take these numbers over here and say, what can I multiply this by that will give me feet instead? Well, if it's got feet here in the numerator, it's going to have feet here. And if it's got inches over here and no inches over here, we're going to have to cancel inches out. Okay, so what fraction is going to equal to 1 that I get from over here? Right, 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. You see that? So that means I'm just multiplying this number by 1. Because 1/12, or rather 1 foot over 12 inches, these are equal to each other. And if the numerator is equal to the denominator, it's just a conversion factor. All right? So now that I've done that, I go, oh, okay, I see this. I can cancel out my inches, and I can see that 18 times 1 divided by 12 is going to give me feet. Okay, so 18 times 1 is 18, divided by 12 is 1.5. Okay, so if that doesn't make sense to you, if you got lost in that, I'm going to ask you to stop the video here and go back and look at that again. It's very important, all right? And I think that for the most part, I followed a fairly clear path, and it's critically important that you get that. Let's do another example. Let's say that you're going to do 4.33 feet. You're required to turn that into inches. All right, well, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to say 4.33 feet multiplied by some conversion factor is going to give me inches. All right, if that's true, then I'm going to have inches in the numerator over here. It's going to have to be in the numerator here. And there's no feet in the answer. It's just inches, right? So I'm going to have to cancel the feet out. Okay, well, if I'm going to do a conversion factor, don't forget now, the top has got to equal the bottom. So I look over at my table, and I see that 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. Okay? So now I can see that the feet are going to cross off and my inches are going to be left, which is exactly what I wanted. So the answer is going to be 4.33 times 12 divided by 1. All right, I can't do that in my head. Forgot to pull my calculator out. Let's look at this. 4.33. If you're watching this video, you should pause the video right now and calculate yourself just to make sure you're getting the same thing I'm getting. 4.33 times 12 is 51.96. 51.96 inches, and that's the answer. Now, I will point out here that if we're going to do sig figs, okay, the sig fig rule is for multiplication, the maximum number of sig figs, the minimum number is going to, of all the, what do you call these, factors that go into this question is going to have to be here. How many sig figs does this have? This has, I'm going to put these in boxes so we don't lose what we're doing. 3 sig figs there. How many sig figs does 12 have? And this is a trick. It actually has an infinite number of sig figs, right? Because it's exact. Because there's exactly 12 inches in 1 foot, right? How many sig figs does this number have? It's exact. Right? It's exactly 12 inches for 1 foot. Those numbers are exact. So we cannot use that for to determine how many sig figs your answer should have. So we're going to say that 51.96 rounded to 3 sig figs now is going to, we have to take that 6 and round it up. It's going to go to 52.0 inches. Okay, so here we practiced both conversions, and also we found we had a sig fig issue as we were doing that. Okay, so my feeling is that we probably will have 1 or 2 more videos on conversions depending on people's questions. Hope that's helpful.